The following is a presentation of Santa Monica College.
Welcome back to Santa Monica College as the Santa Monica Corsairs take on the Bakersfield Renegades in what looks to be an exciting Saturday afternoon game. I'm Will Polig along with my broadcast colleague Trevor here.
Trevor Angoni at your service. Will, this is going to be a really evenly matched game. I think we have 11-7 and 11-5. Bakersfield coming off at 1-2 in conference. Santa Monica right now 0-2. So it's going to be a really even match. You know, it's going to be, I believe, a three-point bonanza. You've got 4 of the top 5 three-point percentage shooters in the conference on the floor tonight. So a lot to look forward to, Will.
Thompson will be coming off the bench today. We expect a big game from him. What do you see from Thompson coming off the bench?
It's huge to be able to have him come off the bench. To have that type of luxury is huge. I also think Madison Higgins, he's top 5 in 4 statistical categories. I think he's going to be huge for the Corsairs tonight. It's really just going to be up to if Keelan can step up, if Higgins can step up, and if really, we need the whole team as a cohesive unit to get off of this 3-game skid, Will.
Yeah, it seemed like last game they shot too many threes and one-and-done shots, but we'll see what Santa Monica can do here. We're about to get ready into the game, so let's get to the action.
We'll see you at halftime.
And this game is underway. Santa Monica College controls the ball. Shevlin handles. Gets the ball in to Carter. Carter takes to the hoop and in for 2. Bakersfield pushes the ball up. Bakersfield drives. Green almost has that ball stolen, but the ball will stay with Bakersfield. Van Holloway inbounds. Cleveland back to Green. Green drives, baseline. Ball is out. Shot missed, rebound by Cleveland. Cleveland drives in, dishes out.
Really fast start for Santa Monica and Bakersfield. They're just all running around the court like they all just had a couple cans of Red Bull, Will. A lot of energy out there right now. Little offensive foul to get things started over there, Will.
18:52 remaining. Score is 2-2. Holloway will inbounds. He gets that ball into Devontae Cleveland.
Devontae Cleveland, about 40% field goal percentage this year, Will, but he's only averaging 2.8 points a game, so you don't necessarily have to keep your eye on him. Now, Van Holloway, that's another situation, Will. He's 46% from the field, 45% from three-point range. He's averaging 13.8 points per game. He's one of the top 4 leading scorers for Bakersfield. You definitely have to keep him in your, field of view.
What's the Renegades' key to victory here?
You know what, to be honest, I think the Renegades' key to victory is going to be not letting SMC get loose from 3, because Santa Monica College, believe it or not, they're representing 3 of the top 5 3-point field goal percentage shooters in the conference right now. So it's going to be real important to not let SMC get loose from 3.
Green drives, spins around, takes to the hoop, and in, right over Carter.
Yeah, nice quick start for, was that Daquan Green right there?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, Daquan, you got to keep your eye on him. He shoots 50% from the field.
Carter,
Will.
nice little right hand shot in for the hoop. Cleveland passes up to Holloway. Holloway dips around, and he'll find Cleveland. Green. Drive. Great drive by Corey Mitchell. Can't get it to fall, though. Ball is rebounded and taken up. and driven in by Jerry Shevlin on the basket.
Really fast-moving, fast break on that, Will. Great D also right there by number 23. Yeah, Lake Carter, man.
Griffin passes over. Shevlin with the basket, shoots and misses, rims out. Ball is taken away by Devontae Cleveland. Cleveland handles. He'll dish out to Green. Pick set by Stifka.
Really lucky miss on that layup by number 23, Daquan Green, Will. Daquan Green, he's shooting 50% from the field this season, which is top 5 in the conference. Second only to Madison Higgins as far as the players on the floor tonight. Madison shooting 54.5%, which is...
That's pretty much been our key of conversation, is making the free throws to win the game. You
big
can't
time.
miss up your opportunity. Best opportunity is for 3 points.
No, absolutely. Not only is Madison 54.5% from the field, Madison is top 5 in 4 different statistical categories, including points per game, field goal percentage, 3-point field goal percentage, and steals.
Trey Thompson and Higgins enter the game. Sifka will shoot his remaining shot.
Will, SMC has done a good job of keeping Larry Moore bottled up so far. Larry Moore is their go-to guy. He's a freshman guard. He's out of Proviso West High School. Shoots 40% from the field with 5 rebounds and 4 assists a game, not to mention almost 3 steals. Adam Griffin for 3, banks off the brick.
And he'll get it out to Griffin. Griffin handles. He'll drive, pick set by Carter. Carter shoots, and the bucket, count it.
They're going to need that, Will. They're going to need a lot of low post, production tonight, being that it looks like they have a nice little advantage down low with a couple of big guys.
Number 3 for Bakersfield handles with the ball. Lawrence Moore, number 3, is checked in the game for them.
Great D being played.
Taken away by Griffin. Griffin moves the ball up court. He pushes it. He'll drive. He'll take. Can't get a great effort by Carter to keep that ball, but still Bakersfield comes down with it. Cleveland.
Not in love with that shot by Griffin, Will. I think he's got to slow it down like we talked about with the women's game and bring it back out,
Yeah. Griffin finds Thompson. Thompson over to Higgins. Higgins sets. Back to Higgins. Back to Thompson. Moving around the court. Harris Jr. drives and has the ball stripped, but he's called for the foul. That foul is on number 25 of Bakersfield.
Number 25, I think that's Alex Daniels, Will. Freshman forward.
You are correct. Alex Daniels. And he levels up with that make. Harris Jr. Harris Jr. makes both his shots. Put the Corsairs up 10-5 with 15 minutes and 25 seconds left in the first half. Bakersfield pushing up the court.
A lot of energy and intensity out on the court to start this game, Will. Just a lot of electricity to get out of both team systems right now. A lot of fast-paced. This will slow down and start to meld into a more, cohesive game sooner or later. Woo! Almost lost a Gatorade bin over there, Will.
Holloway shooting a 3 and missing, and rebounded out to Santa Monica, and then that air ball pass by Thompson taken out the water cooler.
Almost had our own little log ride in here.
Checking into the game. Number 11 for Holloway. Devontae Cleveland back in. And number 23, Daquan Green, checking in as well. So more handling. Stolen by Harris Jr. Great take by Harris Jr., but he cannot get it to drop.
Ooh!
They're starting to push the court. One and done by the Renegades. Ball is rebounded by Thompson. Thompson for three, and it is good. I'm sorry. That was not Thompson, that was Griffin.
Adam Griffin, they're going to need production out of him tonight, Will. Adam Griffin, not known a ton for, lighting up the place and going crazy as far as points per game, but Adam Griffin is still number 3 in the conference right now when it comes to three-point percentage at 44.2%. They really got to try to get him loose from 3 as much as possible.
And that's not what the Renegades want to see happen. They do not want to see Thompson or any of the three-point shooters heat up for Santa Monica College.
No, absolutely. And, that being said, Adam Griffin is not the only player for SMC to be top 5 in three-point shooting percentage this year. You also have Taylor shooting 50%, which leads the entire conference, along with Adam Griffin, like we mentioned, and Madison Higgins, shooting 43.5%.
Checking in the game is Mike Ratliff for Santa Monica College.
His first personal, 4th team foul.
Ed.
You gotta turn that on. Cleveland will inbound. And Moore will handle. Moore guarded by Griffin. Moore to Cleveland. Cleveland drive, back to Moore. Working on the shoulder. He'll drive, get a little push off and take it, but will not fall. Carter with the rebound for Santa Monica.
Really good defense, Will. They're really limiting them to one shot, which is going to be huge this game.
Griffin moves the ball over, passes over to Higgins. Back to Griffin. Griffin spins in, Higgins takes. Have Ratliff drives, Harris Jr. back, passes over to Griffin. Griffin steps up and makes it.
Griffin's
nice
looking
little 17-foot jump shot.
Great 17-footer, Will, and Griffin's getting it started early. That's going to be huge because last season when he didn't get started early, it was hard for him to get it going. That's going to be huge.
There's Moore driving it in. He'll dish to the corner. Green with the shot, rims out, but rebounded by number 22, Cooper. Moore has it. He'll throw the ball away right at Santa Monica College's head coach.
Great start for the Corsairs, Will. I didn't even realize, but we're up 15-5. We're doing really, really good from the defensive rebound standpoint. They just got to keep it going, keep this going, and push this lead up to 15 or 20.
Here's Shevlin. He'll handle. Shevlin will take. He'll dish over to Griffin. Griffin will take. He'll come in. Get called for the push.
I really like what I'm seeing from Shelvin. Will, I think he's slashing really, really well. He's getting that ball down to the post. That'll lead to really good three-point looks and, hopefully some really good layups.
Yeah, they're beating the defenders to the punch. That is for sure. Shevlin will inbound. And he'll find Higgins. Higgins will jump shoot.
Boom.
Hit the three. 18 to
Madison Higgins, one of our star players right here.
Santa Monica College is on top. There's Cleveland. He'll dish to Green. Green will find Moore at the top. And he'll set the offense. They'll cycle through. Cleveland will handle. He'll spin. Look for a shot. Nothing there. Pass back out to Green.
Oh, that's a carry.
And he will not be able to put it home.
Once
Ball
again.
is rebounded by Griffin. Griffin over. Shot by Thompson. Higgins with the shot. Green cannot finish. But his teammate comes in and bails him out, number 22, Cooper. Griffin handles. He'll dish to Higgins. Higgins.
Looks like they're trying to get Higgins the ball,
Back to
Will.
Griffin. He'll pass out Shevlin is fouled on the drive.
Looks like it's going to be on the floor, Will, but once again, slashing to the basket like we were talking about a minute ago. You know, you got to have those slashers to get the ball down deep, to open up those three-point shots for Higgins, for Horton, for Griffin. You know, so Corsairs looking great so far, Will.
Santa Monica inbounds it, and they shoot another one on the line as Higgins, so that will only count for 2.
That's 2 for 3 from Higgins so far, Will, and it's early on. He's got to keep it going.
Marcus Harris is checked in the game for the Corsairs. And Holloway back in for the Renegades.
Foul number 14, Ronnie Price. That's his first personal. 5th team foul.
Ronnie Price only averaging 7 points per game, Will, but shooting 34 and 37% from field goal and three-point.
Holloway will inbound. He'll find Sippa. Sippa will pass it back to Moore. More of a handoff to Moore. Almost turns the ball over, but that ball is handled by number 21, Corey Mitchell. Corey Mitchell spins, tries to back himself in, had him in the air, probably could have got a foul, but did not go for it. He passes, shot is off by Cooper, but he gets his own rebound. Cooper finds Holloway. Holloway on the baseline, coming in, turnaround, put in.
Find a little offense going for Bakersfield, Will. They've had a hard time getting the ball in the basket.
And the score goes 20-10.
Looks like SMC is going to use their first timeout right here. And Coach Jenkins, in his signature style, does not look too happy about that last series of events.
Yeah. I know the score shows 20-9, but it's actually 20-10. For some reason, it's missing 1 point, but the score is 20-10 right now.
Hey, what are you going to do? You know, I think we've both watched enough playoff football recently to know that it's really hard to keep those clocks up to speed and on point, you know?
10:51 remains in the first half. Santa Monica College with 5 fouls, Bakersfield with 3. But a pretty dominant first half performance thus far by the Corsairs.
I love everything I'm seeing from the Corsairs, Will. They're getting Madison, you know, they're getting him off. You know, he's what, 2 for 3 from three-point? And even that one that he missed, it looked like it was going in. It looked really good. So, you know, if they can get Shelvin to keep slashing, they can get Madison some really good looks. I like their chances right now, Will.
Skid has checked in for Santa Monica, number 3, and that ball is just ripped away by Moore. Moore takes it, and he's not able to finish. Shevlin was able to pull in that rebound. Driving.
Oops.
Ratliff loses the handle. Good ball movement by Bakersfield. Ball handled by Mitchell, finds Holloway. Holloway shoots and makes the bucket from 15 feet.
Yeah, they got to really watch Holloway, make sure he doesn't start getting it going, Will, because if he can get it going, that's going to spell disaster for the Corsairs.
He has a nice release. Here's Skid. He'll find Higgins. Higgins for 3. Higgins shoots an air ball, uncharacteristic for him.
Yeah, you would have thought he maybe got touched on that one, but it looked pretty clean to me. So just going to, you know, hopefully like we were talking about last game, hopefully their legs are still there with them halfway through this first half.
Replacing Will Taylor. Also at number 32, Henry Aniaku. And DJ Harris.
DJ Harris checking back in the game, as well as Griffin.
Yeah, Griffin got things started really well early, Will, so hopefully he can keep it going.
Bakersfield drives. Holloway handles. Holloway
Great D.
comes in. Good no call. Turnover. Here comes Griffin. He'll pass over. Higgins had possession there, but he gets fouled.
Foul number 21, Corey Mitchell. It's his first personal, 4th team foul.
Here comes Moore, dribbling up. He'll dish over. What a take. That is a Great basket there by Cleveland.
If you get timeouts that fast from the SMC coaching staff, I'd be afraid to go back to that hold right now if I were them, Will.
Oh, absolutely. Bakersfield is starting to cut into this lead.
Yeah, the SMC started it off great. We were up 15-5. Now they've cut it to 7. That being said, if we can get a bucket right here, we'll be right back where we were. So, that's going to be huge.
30 seconds timeout here by the Corsairs. 9:27 remains. 20-13 in favor of the Santa Monica College Corsairs. Say that 4 times fast.
Will, have you seen Keelan Horton on the floor at all? Did I miss? Is he out today?
He is out.
He is out. So not only did the Lady Corsairs miss their leading scorer, but now the men's team is missing their leading scorer as well. Not too much luck in the cards for our teams there. Ooh!
Moore gets that rebound. What an effort there.
Really
by
close.
Thompson to try to keep it down the stem, but nonetheless the ball does end up out of bounds.
Really close to a beautiful tip-in by Tyler James. Will, just barely missed it though.
So the ball is inbound. Holloway passes it in. Handling the rock is Moore. Moore will pass the ball along to Mitchell. Mitchell then to Cleveland. Cleveland back to Moore. Nice take by the Glendale Renegades. So much hustle here by the Corsairs. They play the game so fast.
And that 10-point lead has now been cut to 5, Will, so we're going to have to keep our eyes on that and see if the Corsairs can push it back up to 10+.
DJ Hawkins has checked in the game.
Devontae Cleveland coming in. Will, he's a freshman guard shooting 40% from the field. 2.8 points a game, but 2 assists and a steal a game. That's where he's making the difference.
Griffin handles. He'll find Thompson. Thompson will take. No foul call, but ball will stay with Santa Monica College with 24 seconds on the shot clock.
Adam Griffin rocking some sick camo Kobe's with red stripe. It would have been perfect if it had a blue stripe to match his outfit, but still really, really sick.
Santa Monica College has already played 13 players today.
Interesting. Shows you that Coach Jenkins is not afraid to use all of his roster, which, lots of coaches are afraid to go deep into their bench early on in a game, Will.
Makes it difficult for us to do our job when we play this many people this early into a game.
Yeah, if we got to try to come up with 13 different players in the first 12 minutes, then, they're definitely making it tough on us.
So here's Thompson. He'll shoot from the line. His first attempt is good. Corsairs on top, 21-15. They are in the bonus.
Thompson doing a good job off the bench, but really just kind of keeping Bakersfield at bay until they can get the starters back in there, Will.
And he'll make both of his baskets. Moore will handle. He's covered by Higgins. Moore deep pass to Holloway, finds him in the corner, takes a step, and makes the basket.
Yeah,
he is money today.
Holloway is money, Will. I think I've seen him miss one shot. If I were them, I'd maybe think of a box and one and face guard him.
Hawkins handles. He'll drive. He'll take. He'll miss. Carter came in to try for the rebound, but that ball was knocked out to Cleveland. Moore handles. He'll drive. He'll take. What moves he just took to get to the basket.
That's the second layup I've seen Bakersfield miss in this first half, Will. And when those start to add up, it's going to make a difference.
And here's Higgins. Tries to get the cross pass to Griffin. Managed to get the ball at Griffin from 3. Oof. Rims out. But great effort by Santa Monica College to get these second efforts. And we have a jump ball.
Oh, looks like he might have switched his mind at the last minute and called a foul. But it was really close to being a jump ball. I think when you have when you have big number 20 DJ Harris fall into the floor like that, it's hard not to call a foul just because he's such a big guy.
have a lot of Harrises on this team.
Yeah. A lot of Harrises on the floor tonight, you know?
All right, Bakersfield will inbound. Handling is number 20. Delonte Green, number 23. And then there's a foul called on Bakersfield, or for Bakersfield.
Foul number 11, Trey Thompson. That's his first personal, 17 foul. Corey Mitchell at the line, shooting 2.
Corey Mitchell will shoot 2 from the line.
Into the game for the Corsairs, number 32, Henry Amiano. Replacing Blake Carter.
Yeah, well, you can't harp on it, enough. Keelan Horton, leading the team in, points a game. That's really a huge difference right now.
Santa Monica pushes by up. Shevlin carrying. He'll dish out. Griffin for 3.
You know what?
Can't hit, but Shevlin gets the rebound.
I think Griffin's missed his
find
last
Thompson.
3 shots.
Thompson will take. Can't find it, but Thompson will get his own rebound. And he'll dribble in, and he will finish the basket.
Got to finish those, Will. You can't miss when you're doing layups like that.
And it is a completely different team here today from last time we saw this team play. They're getting second and third and fourth efforts.
And you know what? If after the way Madison started the game, 2 for 3, I know Griffin's missed his last 3 threes. I really think they need to try to get Madison the ball. He's on the floor right now, so let's see what they can do.
Here's Higgins.
And there's Madison Higgins for 2.
Shoots a nice mid-range jumper. This team has some great jump shooters.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, when you have a guy like Higgins who's scoring 16 points a game, 4th in the conference, you got to get him the ball.
Moore will handle. He'll dish out. Cleveland tries to drive in. Moore handles.
Great
Steps
double
in,
team.
Double covered. Got him. Oh, great cross-court pass. Cleveland shoots the 3, and it is a bucket.
Only a 2, thankfully.
Foot was on the line. Here comes Griffin handling the ball. Covered by Cleveland. He'll drive. Dish out to Thompson. Thompson shoots and makes it.
Finally.
This is just some crazy back and forth action we have here at Santa Monica.
It's funny because Shelvin, he's not known for his 3-point shooting. He's top 5 in the league in assists, so really nice to see.
Great cross-court pass. Moore handles. Crossover. Drive. Dishes. Push out. Finds Holloway from behind the arc. Holloway steps in. Turns around. Finds it back to Moore.
Corsairs double teaming Holloway, Will. I mean, I think he's hit 3 of his last 4 of his last 5, so at least they've gotten the memo, and they're doubling down on him, which is what they need to do. You got to face guard that guy right now.
And Thompson getting in there, called for the foul. Now, the Corsairs and Bakersfield are both over the limit, so they're both in the bonus.
In the bonus,
They'll shoot 1 for
thankfully,
1.
Corsairs pushed the lead back up to 9. Yes, Bakersfield has a chance to cut it to 8 or 7 right here, but we have pushed it back up to 9 with 5 minutes to go. Got to finish strong.
5:23 remains. 29-20, Santa Monica College.
A awkward rim shot here at the Santa Monica gym. I don't know what's so funny about a made free throw, but hey, we're not the ones at the soundbite board.
Yeah, that was kind of an odd call there. So Cleveland will make both from the line. Inbound to Shevlin. Shevlin will handle. Will dribble up. Cross pass, great a great grab by Higgins to keep that ball in bounds. Shevlin handles. He'll look the dish. Finds Higgins. Higgins jumps, and it is money.
You got to get the ball in his hands as much as possible, Will. I mean, mid-range 3-point, drive in the lane, you have to get Madison Higgins good looks.
He looks great out there.
He does look great.
Holloway handles. He'll cross over.
There you go.
Stolen by Griffin. Griffin has a breakaway, and he will finish it for the 2.
Solid.
Great effort by Santa Monica Griffin.
Looks like Bakersfield barely misses out on a 5-second call because of a timeout from the coaching staff, Will.
Let's hear a little bit about Griffin.
All right.
Any insight on Griffin?
Yeah, so Adam Griffin, I mean, as far as, top 5 in the Western State South Conference, I mean, he's not doing too much. He's number 3 in three-point percentage with 44.2. But Adam Griffin's returning from last year. He played with David Nwaba, who was just the absolute complete star of this team last year. A 20-10 guy. I believe he's playing for San Jose State now. But, Griffin, he played on that team. He knows what is needed to win. David showed Madison, and he showed Adam, and he showed Keelan. He showed them what they need to do to beat the teams in this conference. So experience is priceless, So he is shooting pretty well from three-point. Tonight hasn't necessarily, back that up, not yet. He did go 2 for 2 or 1 for 2 to start the game. He's missed his last 3, so we'll have to just wait and see if he can get it going. But traditionally this season, he's a 44.5 three-point shooter. So, we'll have to see if he can get that going.
33-22, 4:35 left in favor of the Corsairs. Both teams in the bonus, so they will shoot 1 for 1 the rest of the way. Holloway handles, covered by Shevlin. Calling for the high pick. He'll dish that out. Cooper handles. He'll back to Holloway. Pick set. He'll roll through, drive. And
great
up.
pass by Holloway. You know what's great about that, Will? Holloway knows that he's being looked at by more than one person, so if he draws in the defenders, he's going to find an open person somewhere.
And a beautiful finish there by Daniels. Beautiful finish.
Fantastic.
Shevlin fighting for the ball. And they call it Bakersfield ball.
The whole Bakersfield's team practically jumped off the bench trying to, sway that call to Bakersfield's possession, which they were successful in doing.
The Renegades number 3, Lawrence Ford.
Checking in the game is number 2, Jordan Walker for Santa Monica College.
Jordan Walker, not a whole lot done this season, Will, but just some fresh legs to get out there and hopefully defend this house.
Well, I'm running out of room in my stat sheet. I hope the more players come in this game.
Now that's the second low post little layup that they've had in consecutive possessions. So right now, SMC needs to keep the ball from going down low.
Griffin will drive. What a take by Griffin, and he is heading to the line.
Great take. I thought it was going to be an and one. It was really, really close. Now, as far as Griffin is concerned, Will, like we were talking about him earlier, he's a sophomore, like we talked about. He played last year. He shoots 43% from the field, and he's third in the conference with 44% from behind the arc, like we talked about. He's averaging about 11 points per game with 3 assists per game. So, misses that first free throw, but if he can dial it in and get the free throws going, he can get up to that 11, 12 points a game and, hopefully get some assists going too.
So here's Griffin from the line.
Like we talked about most guards, they'll usually make the second one.
Cash money.
Cha-ching. Now that soundbite worked.
Moore being double covered. Bakersfield pushing the ball up court. Daniels finds Moore.
Oh! Number 25 gets hung as he goes up for the dunk. Alex Daniels, freshman forward. He tried to put a little mustard on it, but it came off the hot dog, as our boy Chick Hearn would say.
Ratliff for 3 is no good. Bakersfield pushes the ball again. Holloway looks to move around, works through a pick, and they'll get that to Daniels. And Daniels will be heading to the line.
Good call making him try to hit 2 from the line. He's a big guy. You'd rather put those guys on the line than give him a free layup, Will. It'd be nice if you could miss a couple because we're only up by 6. It was 10 a minute ago. It's going to be really interesting to see if the Corsairs can keep this 6-point lead, maybe push it to 8 or 10 instead of, maybe letting it go down to 2 or 4. So this is a big point in this game right now.
Yeah, Bakersfield's on a team you want to sleep on. Bakersfield shoots their second. And he'll make his second. And that is
Was it a 5-second? Or so I think what happens is he probably had a foot on the line on the inbounds, which rules him out of bounds. So just got to watch the little things here, Corsairs.
You see Coach getting in Walker. You can't make those kind of mistakes when you're trying to fight for playing time.
Yeah, especially when you have that 10-point lead and then you're fighting to keep it at 10. Those little things. That's not what you want to show your coach. Hey, thanks for the bank. Larry Hughes, bank's open on Saturday for him.
This is a 2-point game now with 2:20 remaining.
Or Larry Moore.
There's Harris for 3. Can't get it to drop.
Big offensive rebound.
Shevlin drives. And he'll go to the line. He'll shoot 1 for 1. That is the 8th team foul on Bakersfield.
So on the offensive rebound right there, well, I think it was number 32, Henry Enionwu. Yeah, very interesting last name.
Such a hard name to say.
Yeah, very, very difficult. But nonetheless, gets us a couple of free throw shots right here.
He'll make the first. He'll level up.
Shelvin, he's obviously expected to hit his shots from the free throw line, but Shelvin is actually more well known for his assists this season. He's number 4 in the conference with 3.6 assists per game, which is a lot, when it comes to, this type of play of basketball.
Moore pushes the ball. Being covered by Ratliff. Shevlin carries up. He'll take, gets fouled, and 1. Way to bring the body and look for contact.
Big time, and like we talked about, that's his slashing mentality. And although that the slashing mentality will lead to a lot of assists, as we obviously can see, top 5 in the conference, that slashing mentality will also get you great and-one opportunities and really good layup opportunities as well.
So Shevlin looks to shoot from the line to make it a 3-point play. And put the Corsairs up by 9. Sorry, it would have put them up by 8. Holloway handles. Dishes. Basket shot. No good. Rebound by number 11, Cleveland. And we have a hand check. Going to the line is going to be Corey Mitchell.
Foul number 14, Ron Price. That's his second personal, 10th team foul.
Nice. They needed that, Will. We'll take as many misses from the free throw line as we can get.
See Coach getting in the Price over there at the bench.
Yeah, if you're not playing perfect, Coach Jenkins is going to let you know about it. You can guarantee that.
So here's Mitchell from the line. Shevlin takes. Minute 17 left in the first half. Santa Monica looking for separation. Here's Higgins for 3.
Ooh.
Can't buy it. Great hustle play.
Great hustle by Henry Enionwu.
Shevlin handles. What a dish out to Higgins. Shevlin shoots.
That was a lucky shot. Looked like Kobe right there pulling up at the top of the key right there, getting a little bounce to go.
7-point lead for the Corsairs.
Got to close this court out strong, Will.
And
big traveling call right there.
Huge traveling
about
call.
About 10 seconds difference between shot and play clock. So, looks like Bakersfield should get the last shot, but who knows? Maybe an offensive rebound will keep them from putting any more points on the board.
Santa Monica inbounds. Shevlin handles. Griffin handles the ball. Shevlin and Griffin trade positions.
That's what I would do, Will. They're looking to maybe get Madison the ball on like a 3-man weave, so hopefully they can do that.
Run the clock down. Shevlin drives.
Nice.
Put in.
Great control in the air right there, Will,
and
by
then
Sheldon.
just like that, they're up by 9.
Right back like at the beginning of the quarter.
And Shevlin with a steal
And
with
7 seconds
left. He'll find Griffin. Griffin to shoot.
Ooh, I thought that was going in, Will. That looked like a great shot right there.
But what a turnaround. They were down by 2 with 2:35 left, and they pushed that lead up to 9.
Yeah, really, really impressive close to that half by the Corsairs, Will. I don't even know if I saw it coming. So really, big props to the Corsairs to be able to get that, that the end of that first half completely locked in and to finish the first half up 9. That's huge.
Yeah, Corsairs, a lot of energy out there. They picked it up. They played a great game. What do they need to do, though, to make this league grow?
So some of the most exciting play that I saw, Will, was the three-point, shooting. Higgins, Griffin, if they can get going from 3, then we're stoked for sure.
All right, we're going to go to Camilla with head coach right now of the Corsairs.
I'm here with head coach of Santa Monica, Coach Jenkins. It was a high-intensity, big-tempo match. How do you maintain that for the second half?
Well, we have to. We're in a desperate state of mind right now. We're 0-2 out the block, so this is a must-win for us. So we have to play in a desperate state right now. So we're going to try to keep it up in the second half.
Right. Physical battle out there as well. Lots of fouls coming in. Did that affect your style of play or game plan at all?
No, not at all. Bakersfield, that's the way we play each and every year. So it's going to be a battle regardless. So that didn't affect us at all. We just got to play through that.
Great. Thanks so much, Coach Jenkins. Best of luck. I'm here with Coach Hughes, Bakersfield basketball head coach. You guys, your team struggled a bit early on, but you came back in it and made it a 9-point game. Talk to me about how the half went.
Well, we started off poorly. We didn't get the defensive stops that we needed, and then we got a couple layups. Scott's back in the game, but they made another run to increase that lead. So we got to play a better half of defense.
Right. So how do you be more aggressive on the defense and combat that aggressive offense they had?
Well, they're a good team. We just have to make sure that we contest the shots and rebound. We gave up too many second shot attempts and too many drives to the basket.
All right, well, best of luck to you in the second half. Thank you. Back to you guys in the booth.
Welcome back to Santa Monica. Score 42-38 in favor of the Santa Monica Corsairs over the Bakersfield Renegades. Huge first half for some players from Santa Monica. Thompson shot big, Higgins shot huge, Shevlin had some amazing drives, and on the other side, Holloway kind of stole the game.
Well, number one thing this half, three-point shooting. Holloway's inbounding the ball right now. It's going to be about stopping him and getting Higgins the ball.
All right, let's get back to the action.
We're good. We got to call the game.
There's a turnover. Carter coming down with it.
For sure. You got it.
Griffin handles. He'll pull out. He'll find Shevlin. Gets it down low to Carter. Carter off body, out of position, but still manages to pull down the shot.
These big men are surprising me, Will. They're really getting really good little looks down low, and they're not missing them when they get them. Little push
Holloway
off.
Fakes the 3, fakes again, heads around, shoots a 3. Off, he was trying to get the foul call, but did not. Great box out there. Oh, and there's a foul off the ball.
That's as good as you can contest at 3 by Holloway that I've seen so far this game, Will.
Yeah, Harris is kind of thrown down there by Sifif. So that's their first foul of the half. And subbing in for Sifif is number 25, Daniels. Griffin drives. He'll pull up, shoot a 3, off, fight for the rebound, beat Holloway clearly to that ball. He'll take, almost gets the roll.
Got to convert those well.
Bakersfield takes control and then foul.
Adams at the beginning of the game, he hit a couple. So we got his, it was almost like a heat check. But since those first 2, I don't know if he's hit one. On the other side, you got Higgins. Higgins has been money all game long. I would really look for Griffin to try to get Higgins the ball and get him the 3-point looks.
Yeah, Higgins should be checking in here shortly. That has been the philosophy as of late, bringing Higgins and Thompson in off the bench.
Yeah, and that's a Jenkins call, mixing it up and seeing what he can get out of different lineups.
Well, he plays so many players. They have such a deep bench. They play everybody almost.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he changed the starting lineup for the second half.
And we have a charge called, so that ball's going the other way.
That's his second personal, second team foul.
So Harris will inbound. Griffin to carry. Slowly dribbles up, very methodically. As his team's cut. Harris. Back out to Griffin. Griffin will dribble. He'll call for a pick. Carter sets. Griffin will take, and he is rejected.
That was very close to goaltending, but the refs had the good view on it. I guess they say it's okay.
And they get Shevlin on a foul. As they clear up the court. What a block that was.
That was impressive. Well, it was actually so good that I thought it was almost goaltending, but he got up. I mean, he might as well have thrown that down for the alley-oop.
All right. Bakersfield dribbles the ball up. Corey Mitchell with the rock in his hand. And he shoots and misses. Rebounded by Carter.
Number 23, Carter, he's got great ups, Will. He's really been controlling the paint for these Corsairs.
Harris passes on to Griffin. Back to Shevlin. Shevlin sporting the yellow kicks. Drives in, can't finish. But rebounded by Carter, and he puts it back
Carter.
in.
Carter's been so huge, Will. I don't know where the Corsairs would be right now without Carter getting off right now.
Griffin covers, switches to the Holloway. Back out to Green. DeQuan Green drives, pulls up, passes. Great move, oh wow.
Once again, Carter there for the ball.
Corey Mitchell going all over the place, but cannot finish. And then Shevlin on the other end shoots a three, and it's off, but it bounces off Bakersfield, and no. Wow.
You know what? Shelvin didn't hit that one, Will, but that was a great-looking shot. I mean, it just looked silky all the way from the beginning.
But I kind of feel the referees, that's the wrong call right there.
Did they give Corsairs the ball back?
They did not.
Oh, they gave Bakersfield
it to Bakersfield.
the ball.
It appeared to go off of the Bakersfield player's back. But nonetheless, the referee has the final decision.
Hey, Will, here's No, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Some of the stats from the last half for the fans?
Yeah, no, I do have some stats. Real quick, what I wanted to kind of throw out there was you have, right now for SMC, you got Will Taylor, okay? Will Taylor, he's number 3. He's a sophomore shooting guard. He shoots almost 50% from the field. But Will Taylor is number 1 in the conference in three-point percentage with 50%. Now, that being said, he's only 7th on the team in scoring. So they're not necessarily looking to call his number, which kind of, makes me raise an eyebrow. If the guy's shooting 50% from 3, why not try to get him more looks,
And some great feedback there. Again, I'm Will Polig.
Sorry?
I'm Will Polig.
And Trevor Angoni here with you like usual.
All right, and we are back to action. All right, Holloway to inbound. 16:53 remains in the second half. 46-33 is the score in favor of the Corsairs. Moore carries the ball up. Moore has looked fantastic holding the rock for Bakersfield, though.
He has looked great, Will. And, he had a really quiet 12 points in the first half. You almost didn't even see him score. So he gets his points.
Bakersfield dribbles in. Great defense by the Corsairs. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Taken up. Daniels can't finish. Corsairs rebound.
Great team play right now for the Corsairs, Will.
Yeah, and Griffin carries the rock down. He'll drive in. He'll dish out. He'll find Thompson. Thompson looks, but he'll set it back up. Gives the ball to Shevlin. Shevlin will drive. He'll take. He'll score.
They'll score, and that'll push the lead to 15 points, Will. I think that's their biggest lead all game, if I'm not mistaken.
A 15-point lead for the Corsairs of Santa Monica College over the Renegades of Bakersfield. Sorry. Mitchell handles. Griffin works through the pick. Thompson on the ball. Green, he'll drive, he'll take, and Shevlin got a piece of that, but it falls.
Yeah, just a lot of elevation, for Bakersfield. Will, you get too high above the rim, and you really can't do anything about it.
Here's Griffin, he'll drive, he'll take, and he'll score.
Can't miss those.
Looked like he got contact, but no call. Looks like they are letting him play tonight.
Refs are letting him play all day, Will.
Bakersfield drives in. Mitchell dishes out to Moore. Moore has it. Moore with Griffin covering. He'll drive, he'll dish. Sets back up. Mitchell. Pass to Moore. Holloway calling for the rock. Moore doesn't see him. Moore put it up, and he'll shoot an air ball. And Shevlin will take it. Santa Monica passes over to Higgins, and Higgins lays it in.
Great ball movement.
What
Just fantastic.
Break. Way to make a basket in transition for the Santa Monica Corsairs.
Oh.
And Bakersfield comes in strong and gets a defensive foul called.
Looks like Coach Jenkins thought that Madison should have defended the arc at first and prevented the slash. So, looks like that wasn't part of their defensive scheme. That being said, Corsairs with a 17-point lead, they can afford a couple of free throws here. Just got to keep it going. They're firing on all cylinders right now. They just have to keep it going.
Corey Mitchell at the line. Thought that was going to fall out. I'm so impressed with the way Santa Monica has been playing, especially the cutting of Griffin and Shevlin. Shevlin's going to check out here. Coming in for him will be Price.
Yeah, great slashing. Losing Shevlin right now, it's going to be interesting to see who can cut, who can slash, and who can get those assists going, Will.
So the Corsairs lead this game 52-37, 14:28 remaining. Higgins with the ball. He'll dish to Thompson. Thompson will drive. He'll dish out. Shot. Doesn't go. Rebounded by Price. Back out to Higgins. Higgins for three. Doesn't fall. Walker working for that rebound. Was not able to pull it down.
On that first three, Will, that looked to be Will Taylor. Finally good to see him start getting something going from three-point. I mean, if it was me, I'd like to see him get 5 or 6 shots from three this half.
Holloway to inbound. Number 11. Devontae Cleveland handles. Back to Holloway. Holloway dishes to Mitchell. Ball inside to Siffy.
Great D, Will.
Yeah, and they call a traveling on Green. Daquan Green. So here's Thompson to inbound. He'll get it into Griffin. Griffin handles the rock. He's got Devontae Cleveland guarding. Griffin cutting, attacking. He'll dish to Thompson. Thompson will drive. He'll dish back out to Griffin. Griffin out over the corner to Price. He'll take, and they got a foul called.
I think they'll take it, Will. I mean, take that much time off the clock and still get fouled. I think that's a successful possession right there.
That's his third personal, third team foul.
So Santa Monica will go to the line. Price will shoot 2. Price on a second shot.
SMC's looked really good from the line today, Will. I mean, I think that's something we would have hoped that the women's team could have done a little better earlier today, but SMC men's team is really taking advantage of the line.
So here's Mitchell, guarded by Higgins. Dishes out to Cleveland, moves over to Holloway. Holloway shot. And drains it.
That's all they need. That's all he needs is an extra foot, Will. Just get that shot off. I mean, he's like the machine out there.
14-point lead for the Corsairs. 13 minutes remain. Griffin will take, he'll dish out. Higgins finds Price. He'll drive in, he'll step back, and he'll put a nice little fadeaway in.
Yeah, that was a nice little fadeaway, Will. Ronnie Price, that looked good.
Great body position there by Price. Holloway will take, he'll push off, no call. Price will defend, but he makes the tough shot.
Man, he could throw the ball over his head backwards and still make it. This kid's amazing.
Here's Griffin, he'll attack, and he'll get called for the charge. Good call by the official.
I guess you got to give credit to 33. You know, he stood in there, he didn't move, he took the block. It was a straight up traditional, taking the block, and he got the call. So good for him.
Shevlin steps back into the game, coming in for Griffin. Nice rotation the Corsairs have.
Yeah, like we were talking about Jenkins. If anyone's going to use everyone on their bench and keep everyone fresh, it's Jenkins.
Here's Mitchell. He'll dish. Get
Great
underneath
D.
and stolen away by number 32, Aduyume. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, any Onwu. So trust me, I think we're going to have to get the official word on that one later, Will. But yeah, up 14 with 12 minutes left. Not in the bag, but just obviously a great little cushion for SMC right now.
What does Bakersfield need to do here to get back into this game?
You know what I would do? I would call every play possible for Holloway. If that kid has anything close to an open shot, it's going down. So that's what I would do. I would call everything for Holloway right now.
Yeah, you want to cut in this lead at about 8 minutes. You want it to be at about a 9-point. Bound by like 8 or 9 points.
Definitely.
You want to cut this game into like quadrants with 4 quarters. You want to you don't need to get it all back at once. You just need to get your points.
Absolutely.
And timeout called here by SMC.
I think Coach Jenkins can kind of sense that, his 17-point lead is down to 12. They're in the middle of a 5-point run, so, he wants to try to remind his team of that.
Brad.
So this is where you get nervous as a fan, Will. This is where, your team's up 12, there's 12 minutes left, but if they keep going the way they're going, this game could be really close really soon,
Yeah, Corsairs, they have this, but they've been up in the past. Like last week, they were up by 14, and they wound up losing the game.
And you know what? One thing that hasn't been happening this half, Will, in the first half, what we had Larry Moore. He had a really quiet 12 points, But so far to start this half, I really haven't seen him do anything. I don't know. I can't even remember him scoring one basket, So I think if Bakersfield is also going to get back into this race, they're going to need, their superstar, Larry Moore, to start facilitating and scoring, complementing Holloway. I think that's how they can get back into the game.
All right, we're back. We are back from this timeout. 56-44 in favor of the Corsairs with 11:49 remaining in the second half of this conference play game. Corsairs are 0-2 so far in the conference, looking for that all-important first win.
This would be monumental for them, Will, if they're going to really try to make a run at the playoffs this season.
Santa Monica playoff team last year. Shevlin to inbound.
Jenkins wants to get a score here.
Higgins with the ball. Shevlin controls. Price sets a pick and moves. Price for 3. Ooh. And it rims out over the back call. Holloway's ball.
Looks like Holloway and Higgins
getting into it a little bit.
Yeah, it's getting close, and, Bakersfield is starting to get a little anxious, so, yeah, you're going to start to see a little bit of temperance flare here and there.
So Bakersfield will shoot the bonus.
Now-
1-1 the rest of the way.
This is exactly where Bakersfield wants to be, Will. Clock stopped, shooting free throws. This is ideal for them. I mean, ideally for the Corsairs. They want the ball, they want the clock running, and they want to force Bakersfield to score traditionally, during gameplay. Not to stop the clock and add points here.
Holloway's first shot, it's good, so he'll shoot another.
Holloway can step back to the three-point arc and shoot these free throws, Will.
Green's checking out of the game.
Actually,
I can't make out the number. Who is that to check in for him?
22?
Cooper. Cooper is in for the Renegades. Shevlin handles the inbound from Carter. He'll slow it down a little bit. It's a 10-point lead for the Corsairs. Ratliff back to Shevlin. Shevlin handles. Carter comes up for the pick. He spins. Shevlin finds Higgins. Higgins for three. Count it! 3 points for Higgins.
Okay, now we've got a foul on the floor. Looks like it's okay, but it's good. I think it might be against SMC, but I think the three-point shot counts. Because Bakersfield's in the bonus, is that right, Will?
Yes.
Yeah, so I believe it was a simultaneous foul as soon as Higgins hit the three. So the three counts, and it looks like we're going to put Bakersfield on the line for 2. So thank God he got that off
How big has
the
Higgins
time.
been?
I can't even tell you how big, Will. If it wasn't for Higgins, I have no idea where this team would be right now.
Yeah, right there. Shevlin carries the ball down. It's being guarded by Mitchell. Shevlin attacks. He shoots. Higgins cannot make that one go. Bakersfield pushes it up. Moore drives. Turn around. He finds Holloway, but he's being double covered. Holloway spins in. Price is on him. And we got a hand check by Price.
Ooh, things are starting to get ticky-tack right now, Phil. Will. That was probably the weakest foul that I've seen in both games. I mean, what can you say? They've been letting them play all day, but looks like they're going to start calling a little tighter here now that it's a 13-point game, a lot closer than the game we previously called.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a call that they could have let go, but I understand the call. I mean,
keep it close, I guess.
I mean, he did kind of push off the hip a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. And you know what? It could happen on the other side of the ball that we completely weren't on.
And you know what they say? If you control the hips, you control everything.
Hey, I'll tell you what, though. Holloway. Wow.
Rare miss there by Holloway.
Rare miss.
Shevlin takes down. He'll dish to Higgins. Higgins lines up for the shot, but he'll hold. You got to wonder if they're going to start trying to run time off the clock.
That might be it because he was a little apprehensive on that three, Will. What a pass.
In the Carter. Carter with an over-the-back
amazing
reverse layup. 61-46 in favor of the Corsairs.
Amazing dime by Shelvin there.
Holloway drives. He'll dish. Green handling the ball. He'll pass back to Moore. Moore will take it back to Holloway. Holloway drives. He'll pull up and he'll kiss the rim and rebounded by Griffin. And he will find Thompson for the easy lay-in.
They'll take as many of those as they can get, Will.
We are halfway through the second half. And a timeout called by Bakersfield.
I think this is SMC's biggest lead of the game at 17. Is that right, Will?
I believe it is.
Yeah, so that's a very much needed timeout. And, biggest lead of the game at the worst time for Bakersfield. Second half of the second half, is now underway. And, it's going to take everything they have to, make this thing a lot closer, especially with the intensity that Corsairs are playing with today, Will.
Absolutely. They're playing a lot of intensity, a lot of heart out there. They're getting the second and third and fourth attempts.
Yep.
They're not getting one and dones.
No.
And they're not getting one and dones and then giving up 3 or 4 chances on the other side of the ball. So they're really cutting down on the opportunities that Bakersfield's getting.
They're the team in control all day today, Will.
9:25 remains here at Corsairs. We'll be right back. Welcome back. 9:25 remains in the second half. The Corsairs up 63-46 on the Bakersfield Renegades.
And fittingly, we have a little bit of the Jaws theme, Will, because right now Corsairs are like sharks in the water.
Bakersfield's going to need a bigger boat.
Yes, they are.
Moore has the ball, covered by Griffin. Holloway. Dips it to Cooper. Cooper back to Holloway. Holloway spins, moves with his hand. Wow.
Great dime by Holloway.
Able to find Daniels underneath the basket for the easy two. Shevlin dribbles the ball up. Look for him to take time on the clock. Or not. Higgins shoots and scores.
Shooter's bounce, Will.
Moore will bring the ball up. Holloway shoots, and he makes it. You got to think these kids were watching the Golden State game last night.
Yeah. If I'm Holloway, Will, I'm looking at one-on-one coverage as a wide-open shot.
I mean, you got to keep a man on Holloway. I mean, he's just making
unquestionably
everything. It's him and Higgins are just trading back and forth. Shevlin fakes the pass, and he'll drive in. Great adjustment in the air. He can't come down, but Carter comes down with the rebound. Spin, and he gets the
Carter
bucket.
all day, son. Carter and Higgins, I don't know where this team would be today without either of them. It's like Kobe and Shaq.
A great adjustment in the air there by Shevlin. Not able to come down with the basket, but his teammate Carter there to bail him out for the basket. And great attempt there by Green of Bakersfield to get the two coming from the baseline.
And even though he didn't get it, really good D by Carter, Will.
Thompson handles. Shevlin to Higgins. Shevlin fakes the pass to the wing. He'll pass the back. Thompson able to get it off the deflection. Shevlin will take it. Higgins for three. And count it.
He is smoking today, Will.
He is on fire. That's got to be his 7th three.
It's really like they're just dueling, him and Holloway, just back and forth. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Moore drives, he'll go to the line. 70-53. Corsairs up by 17. 7:12 remains in the second half.
Got the head coach of Bakersfield over there looking like he's coaching the ACC, Will. He's decked out and been to the nines, really. Suit and tie, super fly.
Yeah, looking like Jay Wright of my old alma mater, Villanova.
Yeah?
Mr. GQ.
There you go.
Moore will make the first.
Looks like he's going to give all his big timers a little breather right here for a second, Will.
Taylor, number 3, will check in. Along with number 22, Harris Jr. So 2 Harrises on the court right now for the Corsairs. Here's Harris dribbling down.
Jenkins knows how important Carter is, Will. He knows he can't take him out.
Good attempt by Harris. He'll go to the line. One more, and they'll be over the line. And Santa Monica will shoot 1 for 1. Inbounds. Griffin with the ball. Good defense by Bakersfield.
And this is Griffin's time to shine, Will. You know, no 2 other stars out there, just him. He's got to control this game now.
Great move by Carter, but he's unable to finish. Rebound by Bakersfield. Moore moves the ball up. Moore being covered by Taylor. I mean, Moore's got some good size for a point guard. He's a long, lanky kid.
I love his size for a point guard, Will. It's easy to see how he fills up the stat categories.
That rebound is brought down by Carter. Griffin handles. Griffin will drive. He'll lose the rock.
Good D by Moore.
And that was Devontae Green. Oh, wow. Holloway just got clobbered there. Glad he's not hurt.
After the whistle, too. And even though it's after the whistle, it's really incidental, you know?
Holloway would shoot from the line. He'll make his first. He really makes most of his shots from the foul line. It's odd if he doesn't make them.
No, I'm telling you, it's like, Steve Nash
It's
missing
like
one.
J.J. Redick.
Exactly.
He'll shoot a second, makes them both.
He really reminds me of that slashing, shooting J.J. Redick, or even like a Dunleavy from back in the day,
6:13 left, 70-57 in favor of the Corsairs. Harris takes the ball up. He's taken all the way. He'll dish. Taylor for three. No good. Rebounded by Green. Here's Moore. He'll take the ball up. Almost hitting his teammate Daniels in the head, and then Green will lose the ball out of bounds. Turnover to Santa Monica College.
And, even though Taylor's been leading the conference in three-point percentage, I'm pretty sure he's 0 for 2 or 0 for 3 from behind the arc, Will. So, just not going his way tonight.
Here's Harris. He'll dribble and he'll dish. Harris shooter takes, and he counts the bucket.
The Harris brothers, Will.
And great defense there by Harris to deflect the ball out of bounds. .536 remains.
5:36, up 15. Don't have to put it on cruise control, but, you can really just manage this game to a victory now, Will.
Yeah, you don't ever want to put a game on cruise control at this level. These kids know how to play the game.
Whew.
Great basket there.
Right there, man.
And he'll shoot one.
Once again, Bakersfield's go-to guy.
And they could cut it to a 12-point lead with 5:28 left to play.
Yeah, let's talk about Larry Moore for a second, Will. Just everything runs through him. Stopping him should have been the key, even though Holloway, he was, has it going all game.
Harris Jr. and Harris play catch. Harris is stripped, but he gets the ball, and the ball is stolen. Taken to the hoop. Ooh. What a finish by Daquan Green. Have the ball come up to us over here.
As one of our friends always likes to say, 5 minutes left, 10-point game, anything can happen.
All right, we're going to step away for a minute. We'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, welcome back. We're live here at Santa Monica College with the Corsairs up 72-62 on the Bakersfield Renegades. 5:16 remains in this game, but Bakersfield has made this game interesting. They were down by 17, and it's now a 10-point game.
Yeah, and it was just 15 a few minutes ago, Will, so they're really, cutting it fast.
Harris Jr. has it. Fakes the pass to Shevlin. Carries. Back to Shevlin.
Looks like they brought Shelvin back.
And they call a body check on Bakersfield. So Harris will check out. In comes Griffin. Next foul, Santa Monica College will shoot from the bonus.
Yeah, looks like double bonus already.
Shevlin controls the ball. 33 on the shot clock. In a 10-point game with just under 5 to play. Ooh. Good take there by Harris Jr. He will go to the line and he will shoot 2.
Great way to draw the foul right there. He knew he was going to get the contact, went right into him, got himself 2 shots.
That's his 4th personal, 17th foul. Anthony Harris Jr. at the line, shooting 2.
Let's see what Junior can do here. His first attempt is good. And he levels up.
Yeah, especially for a forward, man. They're not always guaranteed to knock down their free throws. So that's good to see.
Such a great sound effect that is.
Yeah, that's probably one of my faves.
Harris Jr. shoots. He makes both shots to put the Corsairs back up by 12. Here's Moore. He'll handle the rock, covered by Griffin. Moore will dish. Holloway with the ball. He'll give the rock back to Moore. Higgins covering Moore. Moore looks to drive. He'll dish. He finds Daniels. Daniels, the shot-up jumper, no good. Rebound by Carter, knocked out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Renegades.
And right now, Will, Madison Higgins is doing everything for the Corsairs. He's bolstering their offense. He's locking down Moore. He's doing absolutely everything for the Corsairs right now.
We'll have a new shot clock here for the Renegades. Trail by 12 with 4:26 left in the game. Here's Mitchell. He'll drive. He'll shoot. Can't count it. Harris Jr. comes out with the rebound. Passes on to Shevlin. Shevlin will drive up.
Uh-oh.
He's got Higgins in the corner. Higgins holds off on shooting. And Shevlin will sit. Burn some time off this clock as we approach 4 minutes left in the game. Griffin shoots. He misses.
Oh.
What a rebound by Harris Jr. And we get a foul called. A charge on Harris Jr.
Maybe a tiny flop, but hey, he got the call, so that's all that matters, you know?
Yeah, looking like LeBron out there on that flop.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, he's about to get a notification from the league.
So Holloway with the inbound. Moore with the cut. He's covered by Griffin. Crossover pass to Holloway. Holloway drives in. Higgins on him. Back to Moore. And we have an off-ball foul that'll put the Corsairs.
Carter, man, just banging down there. I mean, he has really controlled the physicalness of this game, you know?
Absolutely. So Harris Jr. will inbound the ball. In this 12-point game, Griffin, Shevlin handles the ball. Covered by Holloway. Shevlin makes a nice little dip. What a move, and finishes at the basket, and they are up by 14 here in Santa Monica.
Looked like Rajon Rondo running the okey doke right there, Will.
Holloway controls. Covered by Shevlin. Nice behind the back move, spin. Trying to find trying to find Mitchell. Mitchell with control. Holloway steps back out for help. Mitchell holds on to it. He'll pass to Holloway. Holloway will fake the three. Fake the three again. Take a step. Controls pivot. Ball back to him. He'll find Mitchell. Mitchell in the corner to Moore. Moore for three. It'll rim out. Rebound Santa Monica College. Higgins will carry the ball up. Higgins will take a stop jumper. No good. But what an effort. What an effort by Harris Jr. But he goes out of bounds. Way to wrestle that ball away.
Up 14 with just under 3 minutes to go. It's going to take a lot for Bakersfield to close that gap, Will, but it's not impossible. So Corsairs got to keep it going.
2:54 remains in this second half. 76-62 in favor of the Corsairs. Moore handles. Back to Mitchell. Almost picked by the backdoor from Griffin. Mitchell takes, and he gets the basket. Timeout, Bakersfield.
Well, looks like Bakersfield likes their chances. They're going to call a timeout and try to get a last 2.5-minute game strategy going, Will, seeing whatever they can do to make this game a little closer, you know?
Just want to give a quick thanks to our staff for today's game.
We couldn't do it without them.
Andrew Stutzman, Jess Kim, Bassam Nafir, June Choi, Brandon Martinez, Kaz Gashman, David Bazer, Kevin Gleelson, Frank Cox, Leo Sarita, Matthew Curtis, Paul Aguar, Sun Choi, sideline reporter Camilla Samira, Brad Lemons, technical advisor.
And did we mention Gail Fetzer?
And director, Gail Fetzer.
Fantastic.
And along with my broadcast colleague here,
Trevor Angoni, along with Will Polian.
Will Polig. Thank you very
sorry,
much.
buddy. Sorry,
it's all right, man. But we had a great game today. We couldn't do this without our wonderful crew. So thanks to all of them.
You know what that is, Will? It's Pavlovian with Bill Polian, ex-GM and ESPN announcer.
So who do you got in the game tomorrow?
You know what? I'm really glad you brought that up. I was going to try to bring that up earlier. Surprisingly enough, I've got San Francisco in the NFC, and then pretty much probably like everybody else, I'm going with Denver. But don't let that make you think that they've got it in the bag. If Patriots pulled it out, I would be the least surprised because I'm a Dolphins fan.
New England, San Francisco.
Oof, going with the underdog, baby. I like it. I like those picks.
You got Tom Brady, ain't no underdog.
Yeah, right?
All right, Harris Shooter inbounds to Shevlin. Shevlin will find Griffin. 2:30 left in the game. How about that contract that Clayton Kershaw got the other day?
Huge.
7 years, $215 million.
Richest player in MLB history
for a
per
pitcher.
year.
For a pitcher.
For a pitcher, absolutely. Just incredible.
We
really.
got that guy named A-Rod.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Couple $250 million contracts.
Jeez, God. Well, at least you know one of them's worth it, you know?
Clayton Kershaw, what a light-out pitcher.
Oh.
Great move by the Dodgers.
Yeah, definitely have to lock him down for his career.
And I hear they're not done. They're trying to get Tanaka, the Japanese pitcher.
Trying to get him, you know, I mean, just an endless piggy bank for these guys, you know?
So Shevlin from the line to put the Corsairs up by 14. He'll shoot and he'll make it. Holloway comes back into the game, in for Cleveland.
Almost like offense-defense substitutions here, Will.
It's pretty much you got to shoot threes here.
Yeah.
Moore will carry.
Carter again, Will, just dominating defensively down in the low post.
Shevlin will carry the ball up. Griffin on the opposite end. Under 2 minutes to play here in Santa Monica. 78-64 is your score in favor of the Corsairs. I'm Will Polig.
With him, as always, Trevor Angoni, and it looks like this one's in the refrigerator, Will.
Griffin finds Higgins, taking the extra pass. Harris Jr., no good, but off the backboard. Holloway shoots the three, and he makes the three to make it interesting. They are
call that
down
number.
by 11 with a minute and a half to play.
Well,
75 seconds remain.
We'll have to see how Shelvin cashes it in from the free throw line in this crunch time right here, Will.
75 seconds remains in this game. Chevron will shoot. So, I think we're about the point in the game where we can name our player of the game.
So,
who is your player of the game for tonight?
My player of the game for tonight is Madison Higgins. That being said, we couldn't have done it without Carter. But I think, we just always tend to go with that, the all-star guard that's going to put up all the points, So, I mean, for me, it's got to be Madison. Not only was he completely dominant.
Did you see the ups?
As we just saw him get a Tim Duncan rebound, a Charles Barkley, So not only was he just completely dominant from the offensive standpoint and from beyond the arc, but even at the end of the game, he was locking down Moore, their star player. He was going heads up with Holloway. He's pretty much their do-everything guy, especially with leading scorer Keelan Orton out today. You got to give mad props to Madison Higgins.
Absolutely, having back spasms, the leading scorer.
Mm-hmm.
So Higgins will shoot. Ooh, a rare miss from Higgins today.
Yeah.
But it's not like they really need the basket anyway.
I think, he's got so much energy right now flowing through those veins. He knows that, this victory probably wouldn't have been possible without him, and he's got a lot of confidence going right now.
A 12-point lead. Move to a 13-point lead for the Corsairs. Moore pushes the ball up court. He'll find Holloway. Holloway will cut. He'll drive. He'll stop. Shoot. Rebounded. Harris Jr. hands the ball off to Griffin. Chevron. Bakersfield is trying to trap the ball. Higgins. Chevron controls, and he's fouled. He will go to the line. He will shoot 2.
With these really long 35-second shot clocks, that's really all they can do is foul and just hope that they miss some shots, So as long as SMC can knock down these shots, this is, it's been in the bag, but they can really seal it right here.
45 seconds remain. 10 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And Chevron makes yet another free throw. And he makes both his free throws.
Yeah, when the pressure's off, it's a lot easier, Will.
45 seconds remain. This game is pretty much over. Great game from Higgins. Great game from Carter. Great game from Sherman. Great game all around by the Corsairs.
Yeah, and even from Bakersfield, Moore and Holloway, both really good games, just not enough from the supporting cast,
Really impressed, though, with the way that some of these kids on Bakersfield are still shooting. Very impressed with the play of Moore and Holloway for Bakersfield.
And Holloway just pulled up from NBA three-point range, and it made it look like a little bunny shot in the key. So, this kid has definitely got range, and he's got range at the next level.
And Daniels will step out of bounds, turn the ball over to the Corsairs. Higgins with the ball. 20 seconds remain.
Oh.
And they get the foul called.
One more foul. You would hope that Bakersfield will go ahead and get a shot off, and then we'll run out the clock, but you never know. Bakersfield might be fouling us down to the bitter end.
Harris Jr. going to the line. He made his last 2 free throws. He dribbles. He's set. He shoots. He scores.
There we go. When the pressure's off, it's like shooting fish in a barrel, Will. It's like being at practice.
What a great sound effect. I feel like I'm playing Zelda right now.
Yeah, or I'm freaking running through Super Mario Brothers 3 or something like that.
Here's
about
Harris.
To turn into the fox flying Mario.
And he makes his last 4 free throws.
Yeah.
Great job for the big man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Will, the big men performance might be the most impressive thing tonight. That being said, Madison Higgins' performance was the most important.
Bakersfield drives. Basket won't go. Rebound. Holloway pulls away. He drives. He takes. He scores. What a drive to the hoop.
That's got to be, 20-plus points for Holloway easy, right, Will, I would think?
Yeah, it has to be. And this game is over. Santa Monica College 84, Bakersfield 69. Santa Monica College stops a 2-game skid and takes their first win in the conference. To bring the record to 1-2.
And if they're going to make a serious run at the playoffs, well, they needed this win tonight. You need to separate yourself from the competition that isn't going to make it to the playoffs. So, great effort by Bakersfield, but, really, really impressive by Corsairs.
So again, their score 84-69 in favor of Santa Monica College. What do you take away from this game? How do both teams move forward from here?
So, well, number one, we talked about three-point shooting at the beginning of the game, and after the game, it was, just like we said, Madison Higgins from 3, Holloway from 3 as far as Bakersfield was concerned. So, the three-point percentages were huge, and they ended up being very indicative of what happened in the game. Other than that, Carter's performance down low on the block, offensively and defensively, amazing. Like me and Will have been saying all game, without Higgins and without Carter, I don't know if we could have pulled this one out. Just impressive performance by the big men and the guards alike. Just incredible performance.
Great win here for Santa Monica College. We're going to go down to our sideline reporter.
Hey, I'm here with Coach Jenkins. You guys broke your 3-game losing streak. How proud are you of this team right now?
I'm happy we broke the streak, but as far as being proud of, we know we got a lot of work to do. So We expect to win every time we step on the basketball floor right now. We just got off to a slow start, but give the guys credit tonight. We knew our backs was against the wall. We came out and got it done tonight.
You guys are without leading scorer in the conference, Keelan Horton. How did you guys cope with that on the court?
Well, we just said tonight, to win tonight, it's going to have to be a program victory tonight. Everybody had to chip in. We tried to ask everybody to at least get 6 points. If everybody gets 6 points, we'll win the game. So everybody chipped in tonight. We got good production from all our guys, so we're victorious tonight.
You have Madison Higgins on the court, who is leading, or not leading rather, top 5 in 4 different categories in the conference. Why didn't he start tonight?
Came out 0-2. Madison understood the message. That's why he played better tonight.
All right, thanks so much, Coach Jackson. Best of luck this season. Back to you guys.
We're going to do a quick send-off. Cool.
Outplayed us on every facet of the game, and give it to them. We didn't. Our thing is.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. Coach Hughes, tough loss tonight. Tell us about the battle your players face on the court tonight.
Well, Santa Monica just beat us. We knew we had to hold them under 80 points or somewhere in the 60 range. We didn't do that. They're tough to guard, and they made big shots. So give it all credit to them.
Yeah, Keelan Horton, their #1 leading point scorer, he wasn't on the court. Did that help you guys? Were you guys going into the game thinking that you had more of a chance?
Well, it's college, so someone's going to step up for them. I mean, obviously not having them, makes it a little bit more easy to beat them. But obviously, those guys that stepped in for them played better. So they're a good team with them or without them. So tough loss.
You guys were away from home. How much is travel a factor in their play?
Nothing. I mean, it's college. These guys need to show up and play. And like I said, Santa Monica just beat us, and we got to go back to the drawing board.
You guys face again one more time in a month's time. What can we expect to see in that matchup?
Well, hopefully better defense on our end. So and a little less threes made on their end. So, but no, we just need to go back to work and get better on the defensive end.
Great. Thanks so much, Coach Hughes. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Back to you guys in the booth.
Thanks, Camilla. Great game by Santa Monica College. Your final score is 84-69. That about wraps us up for us here. On behalf of our entire crew, we want to thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. I'm Will Polig.
Trevor Angoni, at your service.
Have a great night. See you next time. He can't come down, but Carter comes down the rebound, spin, and he gets the Carter all day, son. She's out to Cleveland. Moves over to Holloway. Holloway shot, and dreams.
That's all they need. That's all he needs.
Spins. Shovel finds Higgins. Higgins for 3. Count it!